Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I have a BMW E60 PDC model. That's a parking distance control unit. The owner told me the coolant leaked in the trunk, and now the parking sensors don't work. As you can see, there's quite a bit of corrosion on the board from the coolant. Let's clean it up and see if it's salvageable. As you can see, first I'm cleaning all the connectors, because we can see there are quite a bit of corrosion and also some bigger pieces that's left. So I need to clean everything out. As you can see, the corrosion isn't just on the surface of the board, it's also around the connector pins where they go into the PCB. These areas are important to clean properly because corrosion here can cause poor contact or intermittent failures, even if the rest of the board looks fine. I'll get to this in a moment. First, I will check all of the board. As you can see, some of the corrosion is hiding under the chip. The antifreeze got underneath it and we can't reach it without removing the chip first. This is actually very common with the coolant damage because coolant is a liquid and it gets everywhere. So I'm going to carefully remove the chip and to get access to what's underneath. Now I need to prepare the pads before I put the chip back. First I'm applying Amtech flux to all the pads. This will help the solder flow properly and prevent oxidation during soldering. Then I'm going to retin each pad individually with the soldering iron to make sure they are all clean and have a fresh layer of solder. This gives the chip the best possible contact when I put it back down. These small 6-pin ICs also need to come off. As you can see under the microscope, the solder joints don't look good. The coolant got underneath and corroded the pads. But solder joints like these can cause intermittent fault or complete failure even after cleaning. So I'm removing them, cleaning the pads properly and resoldering them back down to make sure everything has solid connection. As you can see on the back of the board, there is also corrosion here, especially around the vias. Coolant doesn't just stay on one side, it soaks through the vias to the other side of the board, so it's important to clean both sides thoroughly, not just the top. Now I need to remove these three connectors. First I'm applying Amtech flux to all the solder joints. This will help the solder flow better and make removal cleaner. Then I'm adding some low melt solder to the joints. Low melt solder has much lower melting point than standard solder, so it mixes with the existing solder and brings the melting temperature down significantly. This makes it much easier to remove the connector without overheating the board or lifting any pads, especially as we need to remove all three connectors at one time. After cleaning all the corrosion, I'm applying UV solder mask to all the exposed copper areas. When corrosion is cleaned off, it often removes the original protective coating as well, leaving bare copper exposed. Bare copper oxidizes quickly and can also cause shorts between traces. So I'm covering everything between with UV mask and curing it to protect the board long term. Once the UV mask is fully cured, I solder the three connectors back down, and that's it. The board is clean, the connectors are back on, all the ICs are resoldered, and the exposed copper is protected. The module is ready to go back in the car. Whether it works depends on whether the corrosion caused any permanent damage to the board itself, but visually everything looks good. If you have a similar coolant damage issue on your BMW, the most important thing is to act fast. The longer the coolant sits on the PCB, the worse the corrosion gets and the harder it is to save. That's it for this one. I didn't have the car available to test right now, so I'll update in the comments when the owner lets me know if the parking sensors are working. If this video helped you, leave a like and subscribe for more repair content. See you in the next one.